Yep. Welcome, man. Welcome, man. How you doing? Going good. How are you? Hello there, Carson. What's good? What's goody, bud? Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Better almost caught the house on fire trying to make a cookie. A cookie? Dang. How did that happen? How did that happen? He put it in the microwave and forgot about it? Damn. But did it start smoking? Sub up, sub up. Y'all know the deal. Y'all know the deal, the real smell. Time for Diddy. That's crazy. Downright diabolical. Just putting in my last minute promo. Brianna, what's happening? You've been waiting on this for the Diddy, yeah. Y'all been waiting. What's happening? Did you ever get the pants finished, Brianna? Your daughter's pants? Oh, sorry, I asked if you if you got your daughter's pants finished from yesterday. Oh, I didn't even see Torchy lurking. I don't know. I can't see that. Oh, yeah. She been waiting for my story. We are about to begin shortly. I was just doing my last minute postings real quick. Oh, okay. Cool. I know they're gonna be cute. I have her do a little fashion show. All right, y'all. So it is me. I am she. She is her. Her is me. JustSoXtra. Today we are doing our first story time ever. Thank you. Period. I did that. Little beat on the face. But yeah, we're doing our first story time. There will be more to come. If this goes good, there's gonna be more to come. I know y'all see my flyers. Glock and Jay, what's happening? Thanks for the biddies. Appreciate that. Terrence in the chat. We in here. Yeah. So yeah. I'm JustSoXtra. It's story time. And y'all know what's the story time? What's it called? I put it in the chat if y'all seen it. I was posting it everywhere. What is it? Diddy time. That's crazy. I have a crush on Diddy. That's the story time today. So I'm gonna tell y'all. I gotta start from the beginning, how it came about, how we got there, what happened when we got there, all the way up until now. Cool. All right, so don't judge me, y'all. Do not judge me at all. It was a phase. I'm ashamed now, but at the time, I wasn't ashamed. What I'm streaming on is clear. My phone, that iPhone 15 Pro Max. Is it, do I have the 15 or 16? What's the newest one? Is the newest one the 16 or the 15? The newest one is the 17? Really? Oh, well then I have the one before the newest one. So the 16, I guess. Yeah. And then I got my lighting. So, you know, we in there. So, okay. I'm going to start at the very, very beginning. When I was born. No, I'm just playing. Nah, okay. So, when I was little, right? We about to start the story time. When I was little, like young, I used to hang around the boys all the time. I'd be outside playing football, basketball, playing in the dirt. I was in the country. So I was a tomboy. Like every time you fucking see me, I had my hair in a ponytail. I had either a tank top or a t-shirt on, basketball shorts, basketball shoes. That's just how I was rocking, right? Welcome in, everybody. So yeah, so I was a tomboy, right? So I was always, if the boys was going somewhere, I was going with the boys. I wasn't really going with the girls. If I was playing with dolls, I was like making them fight or some shit, or like, I don't know. They was playing basketball. They was doing something, but I wasn't really a girly girl like that, right? So this is, mind you, everything I'm telling you is going to lead up to the Diddy crush, okay? So boom. So yeah. So anyways, I used to like get into fights with girls because they would pick on me and call me a boy, call me all types of names, right? Just because I was a tomboy. So yeah. I mean, shit. I mean, little kids is cruel. Y'all know kids can be cruel. Kids can be fucking cruel. Now, mind you, I'm gonna put the setting for y'all. At that time, I was living in like West Virginia. So just imagine. I don't know if y'all seen The Hills Have Eyes. or some shit like that. Like, I lived in the fucking mountains, deep in the woods. Like, I lived back in a cut in a neighborhood where my family was the only black family. Like, yeah, it was like that. So, anyways, fast forward. I was playing football at the time, for like, I don't know how to describe it. So at the high school part that I was in, I'm fast forwarding a little bit just so y'all can get this. So, you know how you have high school, which is like 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, right? So at where I lived in West Virginia, it was something called the 9th grade complex. So it was like this big, tall ass building, with like 3 or 4 floors, I can't remember, but it was only for 9th graders. And across the street, because it was too many students, because mind you, it's the country, so like the nearest store was Walmart, and that was like 35-40 minutes away. So all the kids in the school went to the same, all the kids in the area went to the same school, so it was packed. So they had to split it up, and they had the 9th grade complex, and then across the street was the high school that had the 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. Boom. So I was playing football then. I was like, around that time, I was getting into so many fights for girls picking on me for, 30 minutes away. What the fuck, 30 minutes away? Hell yeah, 30 minutes away at the time. But yeah, so that's just the scene. It was real country. Like, I'm just want y'all to imagine this, right? So now we're gonna backtrack just a smidge. So when I was younger, right, this is when I lived in Virginia. Now, please, some people be getting this mixed up where they think that West Virginia and Virginia are the same state. They're 2 different states, right? So I lived in Virginia at the time, and this is when I was in elementary school, and at the time it was like the groups, all the groups was popping. So like NSYNC, I'm telling my age, but NSYNC, B2K was jumping, fucking groups like the Spice Girls, the Cheetah Girls. This is when all the groups was jumping, right? So when I was in elementary school, I'm gonna give you an example. When I was in elementary school, this is how much I loved the groups and the singing groups and rap groups. So at the time when I was in elementary school, it was like this group of friends I had, and every day during fucking recess, we would be outside, and we would be practicing like we was the Spice Girls, and I was the only black one in the friend group. So of course, who y'all think they made me be? They made me be the black one out the group, Scary Spice, which by the way is kind of fucked up, because why the fuck is her name Scary? Why she gotta be scary and she the only black one in the group? I ain't realized that at the time, but yeah, that was kind of fucked up. But anywho, so I was Scary Spice. So we would be out there singing. Where my mic at? Fuck y'all talking about? Where my mic? While I'm talking. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends, which is crazy as fuck, because at that time I was in elementary school singing some wild ass shit like that. So anyways, so yeah, we used to have our little group, and we would be practicing the little dance moves and shit. You couldn't tell me I wasn't no fucking Spice Girl at that time, period. So mind you, and I'm gonna let y'all in. So my parents is preachers, right? So yeah, everybody, oh, preacher's kid, blibbity blabbity. So yeah, yes, that's that song. Yeah, hell yeah, that was my shit. So yeah, so my parents is preachers, right? So at the time, like, I couldn't really listen to certain music. Like, if I did, I had to sneak and do it. Like, you know, if I was at my older sister house, if I was at my older sister house, then she would be playing rap and like R&B, and like my family is singers. Like, they love music. Like, when I tell you I love the fuck out of music, I don't care what genre it is. I don't care if it's country, rock and roll. I don't care if I'm about like the melody, like the music, how the music was put together, the instruments, how it was mixed and mastered. Like, it's this school called Full Sail. Mind you, I live in Florida. There's this school called Full Sail, and I used to go there, and I went for like recording arts and engineering. So I dead ass love music. So when I heard like rap and R&B, I'm like, oh shit, this shit different, and they saying cuss words and they singing with the shit. What the fuck? This some new ass shit right here. So then I was like, oh shit, there's groups like Bad Boy. That's when I would be hearing Bad Boy all the fucking time, and I'd be like, who the fuck is Bad Boy? Who is this man? All on nigga songs and shit, all in their music videos and shit. So then I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's when I first got a sense of a Bad Boy and Diddy, but I never put a face to it because I ain't really see the music videos like that. I had to sneak and watch them, so I couldn't really catch them like that, right? So back then it used to be this kids magazine called Kids Bop. I don't know if Maya Blair 17, who's your favorite rapper if you have one? My favorite rapper now or like of all time? Like still alive, of all time, like what? Cause I like Notorious B.I.G. only because he was like uncut, raw rapper, like fire as fuck. So that is my favorite rapper of all time. And then to be honest with you, rapping wise, I don't really have a favorite rapper like that because I don't listen to, I mean, I listen to rap, but you know. Oh, Alive or Not. But I would say one of the top is like Notorious B.I.G. But again, rapping ain't really my, wow, I thought I was your favorite rap. I ain't even heard you bust a grape, let alone a rap. I ain't heard, unless when y'all was freestyling, you told me that yesterday when you was listening to my album. That's crazy. No, unless you call when y'all was freestyling at the event that you had, rapping. Yeah, so it would be like Notorious B.I.G. like R&B wise. If you ask me, who is my favorite R&B artist, I would say Tank of all time. No Drake. I'm not really a person who likes like one person. Like I'm not finna like every song from one unless you Chris Brown. I'm liking everything you put out. It don't matter because that's my motherfucking man. You know what I mean? But other than that, every song you put out, I'm not a type that like every single song. Facts. I was thinking Drake. Nah. Yeah, Chris Brown, the GOAT of R&B. I don't care. Yeah. He the best to me. Agreed. Jada Youngin is your favorite, to be honest, or Young Boy. They're both pretty good, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, Young Boy got good songs, like, but I don't like every single one. But he got a lot of good songs that I do like. Really, I'm thinking Steve Lacy. I don't know that nigga. I ain't gonna lie. What about your favorite band? Well, at the time, okay, so back on track. Y'all tricking me. Y'all getting me off my steelo. Okay, so boom. So at the time, my favorite band, you know, was Making a Band. So, okay, so I always liked the groups. I love the groups, right? And I love how they was always, it would be all girl groups, all boy groups. But I always wonder, like, how the fuck they get, like, how did they meet? Did they know each other when they was kids? Did they grow up together? Like, how do these niggas get together, right? So I always wondered that shit. And when P. Diddy came out, I think I was in, I don't even know where I was. I know I lived in West Virginia at the time. So when he came out with Making the Band, I was so fucking hyped just because, mind y'all, I said I loved the groups from when I was younger. I thought I was a fucking Spice Girl. You couldn't tell me shit. You could never tell me that I was not a fucking cheater girl. And you could not tell me that I was not the female feature artist in NSYNC. You could not fucking tell me that. Okay? Period. So when he came out with Making the Band, I'm like, okay, cool. Now I get to see how groups is made. I get to see how they came about. That's when I'm like, oh, these niggas don't even know each other. They ain't never been around each other. Now they gotta learn to deal. Then they was fighting on there. And I love me a good fight scene. Definitely love me a good fight scene. Cheetah Girl, love them. Yes, we was talking about that yesterday. So yeah, so I will watch him on TV, and then I'm like, oh, this the nigga that was behind me this whole time I've been listening. This him. And I ain't really watch music videos like that because I already had to sneak to watch the music. I mean, to listen to the music, right? Then I had to sneak to like watch a music video or something. And then I don't know if I would be watching like 106 in Park on BET when I used to come on, and he would be doing, you know, bringing his artists, and it would be performing. And I'm like, damn, this nigga a boss. Like, this nigga be telling people what to do. Then he on Making a Band, making niggas run for cheesecake. I like cheesecake. Like, can niggas run for me to go get a cheesecake type shit? So, yeah, so I just thought he was that nigga for real. So then I was watching him put together all these bands, and I'm like, damn, this nigga got hella fucking money. I ain't never seen a black person be this rich and on TV at the same time. So that's when I fell in love. That's when I fell in love with Diddy, y'all. That's when I was like, I love that man. He be making music. He be helping other people make music. So that's extra money. And then he got a TV show making bands. That's extra money. He be, every time I turn on TV, I see this nigga. So that was my man. From Making the Band, yeah, that's when it first started. I felt like it was festering up to begin with. Like, little by little, every time I see him, every time I heard his music. And then when I just seen that nigga on TV and he had his own show, all I heard was bands on top of bands on top of bands. And I was like, he the one, you know? So, yeah, that's where it started. And when I tell you I was not playing about P. Diddy, and he had his own clothing brand. Glock and J, thanks for the bits. Appreciate you, girl. But, yeah, so he had his own clothing brand. That was like, damn. So I always wanted, mind you, I'm a kid, so I can't just go to the store and go buy some shit. But he had the Sean John clothing brand. I wanted the motherfucking sunglasses, the glasses, the clothes. I'm trying to think if I think I had a shirt one time, and I thought I was that bitch and couldn't nobody tell me nothing at all. Then, mind you, I remember I told y'all it used to be this magazine called Kids Bop, and it would be like artists, music artists and shit like that, kind of like the XXL magazine, shit like that. Can you stop that noise? Can you stop that noise? But yeah, it was Kids Bop. So in the back of the magazines, it was always posters like of the artist, the feature artist or the group at the time. So of course I had fucking Chris Brown all over my wall. I had B2K on there, because I used to like Lil Fizz too, y'all. But and then I don't know if I don't never think I got P. Diddy out of there because I think he was too fucking old to be in there. So I would just like go find magazines with him in there. And my mom would give me like, oh, look at this picture of P. Diddy. Give me that, cut it out, tape it to my wall. And then, you know, back then we would be cutting out the letters in the magazines, and it would say P. Diddy, Sean John. Like that nigga had 80 names, first of all. Sean John, Diddy, P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs. That nigga had hella fucking names, and I thought that shit was fire as fuck. You have like 12 names. What kind of nigga are you? So, anyways, mind y'all, I'm still a tomboy, so I ain't really tell nobody. But if you was my friend and you came to my house and you see my motherfucking wall, then you knew that I like Chris Brown, of course, and fucking P. Diddy. So, yeah, so anyways, so I was like, one day I'm gonna audition. He gonna audition some kids one day. I'm gonna try to be that one kid. Like I'm gonna be that. And then when he wasn't what's the B5? What was it, Brianna? B5. They was signed to him too, right? When I seen them on 106 in Park, I was like, I know that nigga signing kids now. I know I'm finna be that bitch. I was in there practicing my singing, and I was, is Diddy even out of jail? I don't think so. I don't think he out of jail. Yeah, B5. Yes. Damn, I didn't know that. Yeah, they was signing him because I seen this little video clip, and it was like, I think he was at 106 in Park, and he was sitting down, and they was like, they wasn't trying to sit next to him, like they was trying to, you know how kids, well, I'm gonna sit here on the end, and then they was piling in, and the last one to walk in had to be the one to sit by him, and they was like, it looked really weird. But yeah, I was like, oh, this nigga signing kids now. So I was in there practicing. Dun dun dun. I forget to take the long way home, just so I can be alone. Yeah, I thought I was practicing that because I'm like, if I can bust out one of them notes and I run into them and I sing they shit better than them in front of Diddy, that nigga finna sign me. Now, fast forwarding till now, I'm kind of glad as fuck I ain't really pursue that for the reasons why this nigga locked up today. Like, I'm glad I was like, yeah, nah. But yeah, like, you couldn't have told me shit. I was gonna run into that nigga and sing, and that nigga was finna sign me. But yeah, so that's when I was like, yeah, I'm the one. I was practicing my singing. I was singing all the time. I was singing everywhere. I was singing in church. I joined the choir. All because of Diddy. And then one day, mind you, I know how that nigga look. I know how that nigga Diddy look. That nigga look like a motherfucking squeezed blackhead. I know how that nigga look, okay? But at the time, I was the kid, and he was like a mogul, and he was that nigga back. He was that nigga back then. So sad then, super happy now. Yeah. Facts. God had me. Yeah, God was looking out for me because, yeah. But, yeah, I was not finna be on no Diddy documentary. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so, and then my people don't play that shit. That shit would have been cut right then and there. That shit would have been cut right then and there. My dad would have went to prison for life, 25 years to life. Like, that shit wouldn't have went as far as it is now because my daddy would have cut that. So anyways, so yeah. So I remember this one time, like, I was so obsessed with P. Diddy that I was in school one time, right? And this girl said that he was ugly. First of all, that's my man. I know my man ugly, but you can't call him that, you know? So we got into a little scuffle. And I say scuffle because, you know, when we was younger, people weren't really fighting. Like, girls wasn't really fighting like that. Like, we was pushing and, like, pulling hair and, like, shoving matches and getting up in people's face. We was doing that one about my man because don't call him ugly. What the fuck? You know? So anyways, so yeah, like I was fighting about Diddy. I was repping his clothes. I was telling everybody about his shows. Yeah, because I'm like, that's P. Diddy, duh. And so y'all laughing at me. I'm for real though. I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing. So, anyways, fast forward. So he did all the shows. He did all the wait. How if y'all my age, did y'all ever watch Making the Band? Did y'all ever watch that show? Because if you did, I have a fucking question. I have a question. One, would y'all be outside in the cold walking to go get that cheesecake? Would y'all have walked to go get that cheesecake for Diddy? I'm just asking. At the time, I would have walked to go get that motherfucking cheesecake. But y'all know that I'm a big girl, so I would have walked to go get the cheesecake, but the cheesecake wouldn't have been brought back. It would have just been an empty motherfucking box. You know how they dropped it the first time, and then they had to walk back and get another cheesecake? That bitch wouldn't have hit the floor. I would have ate that motherfucker, and then when I came back, I'd have been like, my nigga, I mean, I was hungry. So y'all let me know in the comments, if Diddy sent y'all to go get that cheesecake, would y'all have walked to go get that cheesecake? Maybe. And mind you, at the time, this is Diddy. He was putting niggas on. He was signing people checks, making people millionaires overnight. I would have went and got that cheesecake. But I damn sure would have ate that motherfucking cheesecake on the way back, and he would be hot. 38 hot. Because I was going to eat that motherfucking cheesecake. And then he had them singing outside in the cold. It was cold as shit. He had them rapping Biggie lyrics outside in the cold. You could see their breath. Like every word that came out, it was like in an icicle. Like it was cold. $1 million for a cheesecake. I mean, they probably did touch $1 million, but they went and got that cheesecake, dropped it, and then went and got it again. I would have brought 3 just in case. Different flavors, motherfucker. But okay, so when I was watching Making the Band, right, the last one, Making the Band 4, it was this girl, I can't remember her name, but she was a rapper, and all the other people in the group, they did not want her to be in there because they didn't like how she rapped. She did kind of rap scary than a motherfucker. Damn, I can't remember her name, but she left because her sister was murdered. So yeah, she left the show because of that. And then she came back, but they was already progressed as a group. So P. Diddy kept like bringing her back as the villain type shit at the show. But anyways, if you remember her, please let me know in the chat because her rapping skills was scary than a motherfucker. So anyways, fast forward. So this was my man for some years. I was rapping him for some years. Anything this nigga did, I was watching it. I was tuning into every music video, every W's in the chat, every promotion this nigga did with his clothes, his clothing line. I was watching that shit down to this nigga Diddy had a comedy show. It was called Bad Boys of Comedy. I went and bought that motherfucker. Was it a DVD or a VHS? I think it was a DVD. I'm old as shit, y'all. But yeah, it was called Bad Boys of Comedy. So if y'all look up Bad Boys of Comedy, like it's a bunch of comedians now that was on there when they was younger. And that shit was funny as fuck. This is how much I was P. Diddy #1 fan at the time. That nigga had a comedy show. I went and bought that DVD, I think, and was playing that bitch back to back. Me and my nephew was playing that motherfucker back to back to back. If I play that bitch now, I can recite other people comedy stand-up comedy routine by word for word. A double yes? What? What? But yeah, so then this nigga had a reality show, right? So this is like around the time with Kim Kardashian, they start coming out with their show. And P Diddy had, it was like following him where he was working out and he was gonna run a marathon, right? So he was on this reality show. Damn, he is a real mogul. He was doing hella stuff. I never knew all this. Yeah, I know, right? Nobody knew all this, but just so extra knew it though, cause yeah, I know everything about my man. So anyway, so W spell out double. Oh, double, yes. Okay, all right, cool. I was so confused. I thought you were saying double yes. That's what it looked like. But yeah, so he was on that show. He was prepping. He was working out. It was like following him, his life around as he got ready to run this marathon. And like, okay, so mind you, I'm in my room with the Diddy posters on. I'm so fucking excited. Like, that's my man. He finna run this marathon. That was like the last episode. I want my man to make it. I think he gonna make it. Let me sit down. I prep. I have my snacks in my room. Like, I told my mom and them, leave me alone. I'm watching my man run this marathon. And I'm going to stand up because when my man done running the marathon and he sit down, that's when I'm going to sit down. That's how supportive of him I was. So, boom. So, he started running. It was the day of the marathon. He started running. You know what I mean? He was going. He was doing good. I was cheering him on. And I had my door closed because don't fucking bother me while I'm on TV. So he running. And then it was like something happened where his foot hurt. Like his foot was bothering him the whole time, like during his training. So I think that was the gag because it was like, is he really going to make it through with his hurt foot? P. Diddy fighting through the pain. Now that I think about it, I feel like it was a setup. But I fell for it. So and if y'all getting a commercial, sub up and you won't get one. Pretty simple. So anyway, so yeah, because I'm getting to the nitty gritty. This is where this is the meat and potatoes. This is where it gets diabolical, you know. So sub up, period, and you won't get no commercials. So anyways, so yes, sub up. So he was running the marathon and then his foot started bothering him, right? So I was like, oh my God, no, his foot is bothering him. We don't got time for this. My man gotta finish his race. So, you know, I started leaning in. I walk up towards the TV like, what's going on? I just remember they sit him down and he was so hurt. He took his shoes off and, you know, they was helping him, like carry him like, oh my God, B. Diddy, Sean, are you okay? So they was taking his shoes off. Like, y'all look at his foot. We got to fix my man's foot so he can continue this race. Girl, they peeled that motherfucking sock off. And that cameraman, I don't know who that cameraman is, but shout out to you because you saved me. They pulled that man's sock off. And his foot came out with his toes. Like this. When I tell you, I've never seen nobody fucking foot look like that ever in my fucking life. Mind you, to this day, I do nails. And I done seen some feet. I ain't never seen nobody fucking feet look like that. That man's feet, his feet, I couldn't even believe it. Them feet look crazy. Yes, them feet look crazy. They was looking so crazy. And it was kind of like terrifying to me. And I backed away from the TV and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why does his feet look like? I had to look back like maybe another runner fell and their foot came out like over top of his by accident. I was trying to, and I was like, what the fuck? That's his foot. So, you know, when they peel the sock off and the foot, boom, came out, it went to commercial break. So, you know, commercials be like 2-3 minutes. So 2-3 minutes I'm contemplating my life and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I just seen exactly. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I just seen? His fucking feet. First of all, I ain't know at the time. I didn't know people get hair on their toes. I saw that it was overly long. Um, his toes was like. Have you ever seen a bird on like the side of a building and they talons hold on to the fucking wall? It was like that. Like this nigga was on the top of the fucking what's a tall ass building? Give me a tall building. This nigga was on the top of a fucking tall ass building, a skyscraper, and the wind was blowing and he didn't want to fly off, so he grabbed a hold of it with his fucking feet, and that nigga was solid. That's how his fucking toes looked. His toes looked like the Burj Khalifa. Yes, that building, yes. On the top of the Burj Khalifa, holding on, strong as a bitch. The Sears Tower, yes, all of those. That nigga, his feet look like, and his toes look like he could have been on the top of any one of them motherfucking buildings. And if somebody pushed his ass, he would have been still. Like, the toenails was uneven. They was chipping. They was discolored. It was some shit up in some shit up in some shit up in his toes. And they just looked like they stunk. And they looked like he was practicing a 20K marathon with no fucking shoes on. Still. Yeah, ill, yes. It was... Now, mind you, the commercial. So this is all going through my head. It's all rushing through me. I'm so confused. Mind you, I'm a child. So I'm like, what is going on? And you know, this was technically my first love. So I was heartbroken. And I was going through my emotions. Like, could this be? And this is the end. And when the commercial came back on... when the TV show came back on and his feet was there, I was hurt and I was like, why would he do this to me? Bro, too focused on the other stuff than his feet. I'm saying, how the fuck do you have so much fucking money and your feet look like that? How? How do you have that much fucking money and your feet look like you walked your way to freedom? How the fuck do your feet look like that? And you have so much money, but that's probably why you had them niggas walking to get that cheesecake, because your feet wouldn't fucking take you. His feet look like they stunk. His feet look like the shoes was so happy to be off of them. I think they finished running the marathon and left his ass sitting. So when it came back on and they zoomed in on his feet and I was standing there, and I think I might have shed a tear. If not, my eyes got super watery. And I looked at them fucking posters, immediately took them off my fucking wall. Y'all see, when the little kids, like back in the day, and they would be mad and they would be throwing a temper tantrum and ripping everything off the wall and screaming and falling to the ground and balling the paper up and saying, why? I was like that because I was so upset. I got into a fight over this man. I was wearing his clothes. I begged my mom to go get me a shirt, a Sean John shirt. I wasted my motherfucking time watching his TV shows, listening to his music. Now the music was still a vibe, but I wasted years of my life on this man to come down and see his fucking feet peeled up out of that motherfucking sock. And yeah, all his posters was off my wall. I was embarrassed. I was ashamed. I ain't talk about that nigga no more. I never wear that fucking shirt ever again. Them sunglasses, I bent them motherfuckers up and broke them, because why would you have me out here repping you and your feet look like that? So that's how it ended between us. And with everything he got going on now, I'm glad that it did, because what the fuck? That shit was fucking crazy. That shit was crazy. So have y'all? Let me ask y'all. Have y'all ever seen somebody's feet look so fucking horrible that it was downright scary? Please let me know. Please let me know. Please let me. It looked like if he rubbed his feet together in the bed, it would have caught the whole house on fire. It would have tore a hole in a many of sheets. All that fucking baby oil that you got caught with and you couldn't put an ounce of it on your fucking ashy ass, dry ass, cracked ass, crackhead ass, powder, dust bomb, booty foot of yours. No? You ain't never seen nobody's foot look like that before? No? Dang. I mean, I have to be that harsh because I was repping you out in these streets and you made me look crazy on national television when you pulled the motherfucking crow talons out of that motherfucking sock. You dig? Chad, let me know. Let me know, Chad. Let me know. Have y'all ever seen anybody feet look like that? Yes or no? And if you have, what was it like I described or was it worse? Let me know. I'm stressing just thinking about it right now. I'm stressing. Need some water. Public service announcements. If I'm ever around you, let me just take a pause. If I'm ever around you, and I say I want some water, give me purified drinking water. That's the only water I drink. I don't drink spring water. If you hand me spring water, I would never talk to you again. Hate spring water. If I want to drink dirty water, I will go out to the creek and get me a cup full. I don't want none of that. That's crazy his feet because he do got hella money. Yeah. How do you have so much fucking money in your feet? Why do your feet look like that? You have so much fucking money, you can cut that motherfucker off and go buy you a whole new pair of feet. Like, your feet should not be the very last thing that you think about. And then you got all these bitches. That's crazy. That's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. You only drink spring water? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to rethink this, Brianna. I thought better of that than you. Spring water? I can't. I will go thirsty. I will dehydrate. I can't do it. I can't. It's nasty. It's despicable. I can't do it. I can't. I accidentally drank spring water one time. And okay, if it's cold, if it's freezing cold, I'm like, okay, because you can't really taste it like that. But if it's room temp, cannot. The drinking water is so hard. It's so hard. I like harsh. Some people say that, but I will say, no matter what, like you can drink room temperature purified drinking water and it'd be cool. Like it's always cool, a chilled to me. Yeah, it's very hard. Like I don't feel like I'm drinking water. Like what did y'all put in this water? Yeah. I don't know. Like, okay, one time I was because y'all know I do makeup. So one time I was on this movie set and I asked for water, and the PA, or like the production assistant, came bringing everybody water, and he had purified drinking. I seen him passing it out, but then when he got to me, he gave me that fucking spring water, and I looked at him and I refused to take it from his hand, because why are you giving that to me? Are you trying to kill me? That's how I feel. If you hand me a spring water, I feel like, in GTA, I feel like you're trying to get rid of me. I feel like you're trying to take me out. I feel like you're trying to poison me. And so for the rest of the movie that we was working, I was side-eyeing him, and I refused to go around him because I feel like you put a hit out on me about some motherfucking spring water. I don't know. I don't know, because I saw, okay, so I used to watch Naked and Afraid, and they was getting spring water, and they was getting sick as hell afterwards. You had to boil it. I feel like if I have to boil it to get the bacteria out, I don't need to be drinking it. What do you mean, what? Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't I shouldn't drink it. If Naked and Afraid, it's a TV show, Naked and Afraid, where people, it's like two people, they strip butt ass naked, they go to the wilderness, and they try to survive for a certain amount of time. So they got to get their own water, make their own fire, their own shelter, clothes if they want to. Who would watch that? Me. To see if I would survive. Mind you, I wouldn't get butt ass naked and be on TV. Like, what? Because sometimes it'd be two men, it'd be a woman and a man. You don't know them, and then it'll get cold and they try to huddle up. Like, don't put that on me. You've seen that? Yeah. And so they'll be at the creek getting water, and if they can't start a fire, then they can't purify it. So if they just drink it straight, they get sick, they get parasites. Like, I feel like if I have to go through all that just to quench my thirst, I'd rather not. And I feel like the taste of spring water just tastes like dirty rocks. Mind you, how do I know what dirty rocks taste like? I don't know. But I feel like if I was to lick a dirty rock, it would taste like spring water. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm imagining it. I don't know. I feel like maybe if I was as a kid, you know how when you're a kid, you always put stuff in your mouth? I feel like I put a rock in my mouth. I don't know. And don't judge me, y'all, because I know I'm not the only one. I know y'all done had a taste of a mud pie before, and it had to have had a rock in it. Because one time my sister made this mud pie, and it looked so good. It looked like a chocolate fudge cake. Mind y'all, I'm a big girl. I had to have a piece, and I did. It was nasty as fuck. But she made it look like it was edible. So I had me a slice. Hell no, because I just catch thorough in the toilet. Yeah, I didn't did that. When I was a kid, my mom said we all probably ate stuff we wasn't supposed to. Yeah, my mom told me that one time. You know the little bath bombs they look like little ball of candy, and I thought it was candy, and I snuck and I ate one, and it was soap, and I couldn't stop chewing it. So I went and I hid behind the chair, and I was crying, and I was still chewing it because, one, I wasn't supposed to get it. So now I got to get rid of the evidence. I can't throw it away because if I throw it in the trash, my mom going to see it. So I have to eat this ball of soap. So I cried the whole time behind the chair, eating it to get rid of the evidence. It was a mud cake. Yeah, I did. I used to eat, I don't know. I was a weird child. I was. Why I keep on eating it it was either get your ass whooped or get rid of the evidence. So, and like suffer while getting rid of it. I did not want my ass whooped for stealing, getting in my mom's bath soap and stealing it thinking it was candy. Because mind you, I was stealing at the time. I was taking something that wasn't mine. It was my mom's. So I was stealing. I thought it was candy, and it was my karma that it wasn't. It was soap, a ball of soap, and I chewed it, and it like it was like the little hard plastic, and then inside was the liquid soap. And yeah, why would they make that? Why would they make that? And they know kids like I saw, I'm like, ooh, it's shiny, ooh, it's glimmery. And I chewed it, and it was soap, and I cried the whole time. Because I had to get rid of the evidence, because I didn't want my ass whooped. So that's just the sacrifice that I had to make, and I thugged it out. Mouth clean as a whistle, you heard me? So, yeah. But yes, y'all, so that was my story time about Diddy. How I had a crush on Diddy. And y'all know I'm legit because I broke down everything about this man and what he had his hands in and everything. Well, not everything he had his hands in, because apparently, but, you know, business-wise like that. W story time. W story time. Let me see. So, yeah, that was my story time about Diddy. Don't forget, guys, to join my Discord. Let me see if I could pin it. But yes, yeah, that was my story time about P. Diddy. Story time. I had a crush on Diddy. I'm ashamed now, but at the time, if you tried to shame me, we would have been into a scuffle about my man. But yeah, that was my story time. That was how I came about, how I stumbled across him, how I loved him and I was repping him to the fullest, and how he broke my heart when he pulled his fucking feet out of that sock and had me out here looking crazy. So thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for listening. Thank y'all. How many tattoos do I have? I don't know. I know I probably have over 17 tattoos. I know I have over 17. But I don't really, how I count them is kind of different than people count. I count my tattoos as one whole tattoo. Yeah, I have over 17. How many do you have, Maya Blair? I hope I'm saying that right. What's my favorite one? My favorite tattoo would have to be this one. It says Philippians 4:13. It's a scripture. It says I could do all things through Christ which strengthens me. I like the tattoo on your eyes. Thank you. Yes, that's my favorite. You have 8? How many tattoos do you have, Brianna? Do you have tattoos, Brianna? How many tattoos do y'all have? Let me know in the chat. So Maya Blair has 8. You have 3. Brianna has 3. My first tattoo is here. I was one of them. I told you I was yeah. It's a live fake, die fake. So like metaphorically speaking. So it's this song called Ain't Gonna Let Up. And in the song he said, He talking about not letting up, not giving up, like staying progressing. And he said, if you live fake, you die fake. And that's just the way it goes. So I can't be fake. I just can't be fake. I live real. I be real. My favorite tattoo on me is my 1111 tattoo. Where is it? Where is that tattoo? But yeah, this was my first tattoo. I was scared to death. I sat in the tattoo chair. The tattoo man said, is this your first tattoo? I said, yeah. He said, are you nervous? I said, yeah. And he said, you gonna die. And I was like, in GTA. And I was like, oh my gosh, this shit finna hurt. And then when I think I anticipated it hurting so fucking much that when he actually started, it wasn't that bad. Not gonna lie. And that was my first tattoo. And my eyelids was my second tattoo. I ain't even gonna lie. I was gonna get it as a bracelet. And to be honest with you, I think I went in, I was really fucked up. And I said, I want Philippians 4:13. He was like, oh, where you want it? And I was like, on my eyelids. And then he was like, okay, I ain't never did it before. This how dumb I was 17. He was like, I ain't never did it before, but you know, we could do it. I said, okay. So I have one on the side of my face, one on and on my wrist. I'm getting a spine tat next. Damn, a spine tat of what? But yes, I sat in the chair, and when they do eyelids, y'all, it's a couple ways they could do it. Like my best friend has the same exact tattoos as me. But when they ask you, like, do you want a spoon? So they'll take a spoon and pull your eyelid and put it in, and then they'll tattoo it like that with the spoon in your eyelid. Or they ask if you want a quarter. Like a quarter, a coin. He chose the quarter. So when he put the quarter in, like if he's looking at you, it just looked funny because it's straight across. Like your eyes, the eyelid, it doesn't go straight across. It's like rounded. So that's why mine's look straight. But when they did it, I didn't choose a spoon or a quarter because what the fuck? I'm not putting that in my eyelid. So somebody stood behind me and like pulled my eyebrow back. So my eyebrow was like pulled back here. And when they did it, it was like right here on this bone. So Brianna resubscribe. W Brianna in the chat. Y'all put W's in the chat for Brianna. Thank you for the subscription, Brianna. Appreciate you, girl. I'm doing a cross with roses and vines. Okay. Like up and down your whole spine. Ooh, that sounds like it's gonna hurt. We back. Yes, girl. Sub up. Appreciate that sub. Appreciate that sub. I want to get a hand tattoo. I have this. So I don't really smile like that. So I got this to be like this. My worst tat was my bikini line, and it's a Playboy bunny. I bet that was irritating, especially right there, because your underwear is probably rubbing up against it. Yeah. Oh, and I have this hand tattoo. This was red, but it kind of faded. But yeah. I waited to get tattooed because I never knew what I wanted. Yeah. So I love all my tattoos. I do too. I do have this. Hold on. Can you see it? It's a bullet and it say your name here. Don't fucking play with me. Because I got what? With your name on it. Don't fucking play with me. That's what was in my head when I got it. It's still in my head. Should I get a dog like merging with the cat while barking. That'd be cool. It used to be this TV show called Cat Dog. That was one of my favorite little cartoons. And it was lit. So I would get that tattoo, to be honest with you. My worst tattoo ever is this tattoo on my back, and that's another story time for another day. We would do a story time about that. That is the worst tattoo of my life. I've only seen it 3 times. That's how much I hate it. That's how much I hate it. But yes, y'all, that ends my story time. I told y'all how I had a crush on Diddy. Yeah, that's another story time. I'm since this story time went good, I'm gonna be doing more story times. Cause I got hella fucking stories. I love this and I was locked in. I appreciate you for staying the whole time, for engaging. I appreciate y'all for listening to my story time. Please give me a follow. Follow me on all social medias. I'm on YouTube, where this live will be played back. So if you want your friends to hear my story time, share it to them. On YouTube, JustSoXtra. I'm on TikTok, JustSoXtra. Instagram, JustSoXtra. Everything, JustSoXtra. Mir, hey friend. You just missed my story time. You just missed my fucking story time. I had told them how I used to have a crush on Diddy. And shout out to Mir. I was on your live. Yeah, I did. But y'all, I'm gonna post this. Well, you can see it on my vibes, but I'm gonna post this on YouTube so you can see it. Yes. And let me tell you something, Mir. The other night I was watching your fucking live. When you was on you was doing your this Mir does like To Catch a Predator type stuff, y'all. When you was on there with the one with the purple makeup, that man with the purple, oh my god, when I tell you you had me in tears and I was crying, I was screaming. That shit was so fucking funny. It was so funny. It really was. But yes, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm about to sign out. This was fun. This was a vibe. I'm gonna be doing more story times. I'm gonna try to make the YouTube so where I can edit it to so it can play out some of the scenes I'm saying or whatever. So I'm gonna try to do that. And yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. We had a good ass fucking time. It is me. I am she. She is her. JustSoXtra. Thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Fuck with y'all. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I'm probably gonna play a little game or something. Mir, if you still in here, you said you still owe me the Call of Duty run, my dog. So yeah, follow me on everything, JustSoXtra. And that was my story time. See y'all fuck niggas next time. Bye.